Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 3.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We made it, bro.
We've made it, bruh. And thank you guys for sticking
Yeah.
till now, bruh.
Y'all are real ones.
We probably lost some along the way.
It's okay. It just means we need to level up.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure the content is captivating.
Mhm.
Even though I personally believe that this might be the best content we've produced so far.
100%. 100%. And I'm sure those who we've lost are coming back.
I think you guys who are here now will convince them to come back.
Oh, and thank you in advance.
Yeah. Thanks in advance for that service. We wish we could, do something for you guys, but the current situation's not looking too.
No, it's not, bro.
Yeah. So I think without without further ado,
Okay.
yeah, finally, let's get right into it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
As we told them earlier, we're looking at how specific does purpose need to be,
Mm-hmm.
or not specific per se, but how not specific at all, but more so how different must your purpose be to your neighbor for it to be your purpose.
Does it have to be your purpose?
Yeah, like, are you supposed to be the only one that needs to be doing it?
We're just going to sit back and watch you?
Yeah, that's kind of...
Come on, bruv.
Okay. I like how you said that, Ray.
Nah, but like...
Yeah, you seem to have really
No, I'm not, bro. I'm just...
a really strong opinion on this.
Nah, I'm just playing around, bro. I'm here to listen to you, bro.
Hey, bro. Nah. I just think that, because, as we established in the earlier episode about the nature of, like, the macro of purpose,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's fair to say that people can have very similar purposes, bro. Sometimes even the same purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that once people realize that, they realize that we're on a team.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're on a team, that means we need to be doing what we can to allow this team to win.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not to use football terms, but, football is life. But
Ball is alive.
Ball is life. But, you have a goalkeeper, you have defenders, you have attackers, and you have midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
The purpose of them...
And the bench warmers.
And the bench warmers,
Very important
don't
people.
forget the bench warmers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The goal is to make sure the team wins
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's the unified goal.
Mm-hmm.
But the role that each of them play in that unified goal
Mhm.
is different.
Okay.
That's where my perspective lies.
So let me ask you something. What normally happens when one person decides they are the team?
I think it depends on how incredibly gifted that person is.
Okay.
Like, if you can score 45 goals a year, it's your team, bro.
Now I get you.
It's your
I
team.
get you. But why do people feel the need to be on their own purpose? Why is it so hard to just accept that there's other people doing the same thing as you, bro?
Yeah. I think, again, I've always been conscious of this. Like, there's this side to us, or at least me, right? Yeah, definitely shouldn't speak to people about this. This is I'm really, really opening up to you guys.
Mm.
But I find that there are moments
Comments are coming in already, bro.
they are.
Guys are too quick, man.
Guys, come on. I find that there are moments in my life where I find that I need to be on this journey of almost by myself, bro. Where I need to pave the path for myself.
Okay.
But then at the same time, I feel as though I need to be doing something for the greater good.
Okay. So would you say there's different stages within your purpose?
Ooh.
Maybe along the path,
Mm-hmm.
at this stage, it requires for you to walk alone.
Okay. You'll never walk alone, though.
Mm-hmm.
Go Liverpool, the big Reds. Sorry, but I completely agree with you there. Sorry.
Yeah. So there's a stage you need to walk alone.
Mm-hmm.
So almost to say like when you walk alone, you're understanding your purpose better. You're
Okay.
understanding the role you have to play better.
Mhm.
So that when you do have to play with the whole team, you've been out there warming the bench. It's okay.
Mhm.
You've been warming the bench.
Okay, I get what you. I kind of see where you're coming from.
Okay. Okay.
So you're saying that whole like, yeah, no, I really like that idea, bro.
Now, I don't think every stage of your purpose requires people. Nah, I don't believe that at all.
Oh wow.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Mm-mm. I feel like there's a part of your purpose that requires you.
Just to work on yourself,
Mm-hmm.
to develop the skills. you need.
Until you're developed enough to actually have something worth contributing.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. I really like that. So what we're saying is, you know your purpose. So your first few steps should be to develop the skills you need to accomplish that purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that the very fact that you have a purpose acts as that driving force,
Mm-hmm.
that motivation, that encouragement, that source of determination that you need
Mm-hmm.
to learn those skills, which are most definitely going to be difficult, right? You're going to put the hours in.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you reach a point where you can begin to contribute.
Mm.
And that's when you begin to play the team,
Mm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm getting what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, bro.
I don't know.
It's just like a seed, bro. Just
Okay.
pop it in the ground.
Uh-huh.
I'm a farmer, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you couldn't tell.
Take a seed. We know what it is. We know the purpose of a seed.
Mm.
It's to bear fruit.
Mm.
But you need to put it in the ground first.
You do.
Deep in the ground.
Okay.
Let it be buried by the soil.
Okay, I'm not going to address that deep. I'm just going to... Okay.
And while it's still in there, bro, nobody sees it.
Okay. Okay.
Nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's got to fight its way out.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Maybe it's not sure. I don't know what that means.
Now we've decided to attribute feelings to a seed.
Yes, give it feelings, bro.
Yes, bro.
It doesn't understand what's going on. It's in the dark. It's buried by all this dirt.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
But there's this thing inside of it that wants to come out. Right?
Yeah.
This thing that wants to bear fruit. It knows that's what it needs to do.
Its purpose. It knows its
So it has
purpose,
to fight its way up. At this stage, it's only 8, bro. It has to fight its way out.
Mm.
And then it finally pops out.
It blooms.
And then at that stage, everyone acknowledges it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone sees it.
Mm.
Right? And then at that stage, people start paying attention to it, taking care of it, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Until it bears fruit.
Yeah.
So I believe in that time where the seed is under the ground, that's the stage of your purpose that you need to be alone. You need
That's
to discover who you are.
an amazing analogy there, bro.
Discover who you are. Discover what role you have to play. Understand your purpose.
Mm.
I also feel like if you don't understand your purpose, it can be dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I just feel like it can be dangerous. You can be misled.
Okay, so you're distinguishing between knowing your purpose and understanding your purpose.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's definitely a really interesting
Mm.
perspective to have as well. Because you said that you might be misled.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to touch into that, bro? How do you think that can happen?
I just feel like purpose is a tricky thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I feel like it's a tricky thing because it's hard to know for sure that this is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you get that feeling that this is your purpose, I think before you announce it, before you start wanting to contribute or whatever, I think you need to just spend some time understanding your purpose.
Mm.
You know, is it aligning with who you are? Is it aligning with who you want to become? Those are the questions I think you need to, evaluate. Like I really feel like you need to understand your purpose, not just find it, but understand it.
Yeah, that's definitely.
And for me, that's what that walk alone represents.
that walk. Okay, no, I really respect that, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, that's so true. I feel as though I might have just glossed over that in my own journey.
Mm.
But I can definitely tell you now in my journey of searching for it, and once I did find it, I did. Yeah, there was. Yeah, for sure, bro. Like I think I'm in that stage right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm in the skill acquisition stage.
Mm-hmm. And I also feel like it will hurt more if you announce what you're trying to do without fully understanding
Yeah.
what it is you're trying to do, bro. It's gonna hurt you more than anyone.
Bro, how do you say hurt? Like, what do you mean by hurt? Like, what is this?
People may not, because you don't understand what you're trying to do fully. When you announce to people, people might have questions.
Okay.
People might have questions, and because you're not sure, it ends up looking like an attack on you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Meanwhile, people are genuinely just trying to find out what's going on.
Okay. So it establishes, it sort of builds this narrative to yourself that you slowly start to entertain ideas of maybe this isn't my purpose because I can't answer your questions on my purpose. Right? But in reality, you were never supposed to have the answers in one sitting. You should have taken that time to consider it, to think about it, to marinate in it. And that's definitely, I definitely completely agree with what you said there. And we definitely need to take that time. And I think eventually we realize as we take that time to acquire the skills, as we take that time to learn and grow, I think we realize that, maybe purpose doesn't need to be unique. But what's certain is that your contribution will always be unique.
Emphasis on will always, bro.
Yeah.
Will always.
This ties into what we've been preaching about, this idea of going back and looking at your context. Right? You were brought up in a certain way. You experienced certain things. You were on a different journey.
You know what I'm thinking of now? Like, our purposes might be the same, but like our reason for doing or striving to, achieving or contributing to that purpose might be completely different, which is where the context comes in.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Exactly. I think, so for me personally, I realize, I'm Ethiopian, right? And Ethiopia, as much as I love it, it's not the greatest country in the world. But I know that I grew up in an Ethiopian context, more so in the diaspora community, meaning that I was given a better starting point than the majority of Ethiopians in Ethiopia.
Okay.
People my age. I received a really solid education, and I'm receiving a really solid one now. I'm learning a critical skill. What's it called? I'm doing a critical skill undergrad, mechanical engineering, and my context is indicating that the most realistic macro purpose that I can absorb or that I can identify with is one that focuses on Ethiopia, on the on what I can do to help the Ethiopian community, and then progress from there. And to you, considering your culture, your society, your heritage, it would be completely different to mine.
But I think it's easier to help people you understand.
Oh, that's true as well.
So I feel like within that context, like I understand how South Africans think. Or South Africans, at least I think I do. How they work, how they function, the struggles they've been through, the trauma they've been through, trauma they're still going through.
Yeah.
And I think it would be easier for me to help them because I can relate with them. So I feel like maybe don't even search for your purpose too far, but start at home. Just start with the people around you.
That context. Again, you see, regardless of what we said, though, we did identify that there is an underlying similarity in the nature of our purpose, in that it's focused around people and it's focused on helping people. But our contribution is different both in the community it targets, but also the nature of the pursuit of that purpose. You're doing a more finance-related degree. I'm doing a mechanical engineering one. I'm focusing on the built environment. You're focusing on the financial markets and how you can, help your community out. Therefore, our contribution is inherently different. And the scale to which it's happening at can also be very different. Which is why, I believe the uniqueness in purpose comes into play when it comes to our contribution. However, I still think that, you can share purpose.
And I think it's better to share purpose.
Yeah.
To have people with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
For sure.
can
For sure.
understand the struggles you're both going through.
Mm.
You can work together. You can share ideas. You know, just to have
Yeah.
a partner.
Exactly. And that realization as well sort of like opens up the discussion of how you assess the pursuit of your pressure. The pursuit of your purpose,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now you look at how you're dealing with your contribution and the fruits of chasing your purpose,
Mm.
which all are inadvertently linked with your values,
Mm. Mm.
right?
Mm.
What is it that I value? That's what dictates the nature of my contribution and the degree of my contribution.
Because you wouldn't find it worthwhile otherwise. Bro.
Exactly. If I see community, and if I see the difficulty and the suffering in my community, the turmoil in my community,
Mm.
and I'm made more aware of it, and I'm realizing that, I have to help make change.
Mm.
Then I can base my purpose off of that,
Mm.
and my contribution becomes directly related to that.
No, I like how you put that, bro. Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
Mm.
The whole idea of value, bro, is how we assess purpose.
Mm.
And like that all brings us to the question of like, how do you come to value something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where does that come from?
Exactly.
You know, how do you come to value something? And I think that ties in with your identity, your story,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it's feeling like this thing is in a loop, bro.
Yeah, it's a 360. I mean,
I don't know, it just feels like it's going in a loop, you know.
one influences the other, bro.
Like these things, there's no ways they can exist without each other, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like that was our goal with these 3 parts, was to really show the link between identity and purpose. You know,
Exactly.
and I think we've done that pretty well.
We have, bro. We've emphasized the nature of purpose, the nature of the contribution you have to your purpose, and how the underlying need or the driving force for that is your value system, which at the end of the day, bro, correct me if I'm wrong, like you said it too, it's a reflection of our identity, right? And I'm sure you agree, right? The whole this idea of our values, we get it from our family, our society, our culture, our faith, all of these things. So it's important to emphasize that our purpose is a reflection of our values, and our values are a reflection of who we are.
Now, well put, bro. That summarizes it so nicely. Yeah, that summarizes it nicely.
And I feel like this is a really solid place to, I don't want to say end this journey, but I think
end the series.
End this series, yeah.
This episode.
Yeah.
It's part 3.
This part 3. And this was I really like these episodes. I think, these parts.
Short. It's nice and short, very impactful.
Yeah, I think we've also found that there was so much more that we could touch on and allow for you guys to really see where we come from with regards to these things.
It's easy to digest as well, bro.
Yeah.
It's very easy to digest. And I feel like that'll allow us to get better feedback.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we need you guys to be watching our videos for
And
us to improve.
And yeah.
Yeah, but thank you for all the love that you guys have shown us so far.
Yeah, it means a lot, man.
It's been really solid. We're so grateful. Like you guys have no idea how much we enjoy doing this. But yeah, bro. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Yeah, people should look forward to the next episode. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. The next one's gonna be big, bro.
You may see 2 of us.
Maybe.
Could there be 3?
I don't know how good you guys are at counting. But I have faith in you guys.
good there, V3. I think we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Buff babies on 3.
1, 2, 3. Buff babies for life. Always.